Here.
Zumwalt.
Here.
Garrell.
Here.
Huffman.
Here.
Hughes.
Present.
Garcia. Holloway. Here.
All right, we have a quorum. Next up, we have the city report. And the first thing I have on here, if you'll notice, Alderperson Kellenberger, he was in our last meeting, and he's not at this meeting, and there's a reason for that. I'm going to read a letter that Alderperson Kellenberger wrote to the city here. City of Litchfield, it is with great sadness and disappointment that I must resign my post as your 4th Ward Alderperson. I can no longer fill the requirements to do my job properly due to vision issues. I would like to thank the city administration, department heads, alderpersons, and the people who elected me to office for the past 14 years. As of this day, I respectfully resign as the 4th Ward Alderperson. Sincerely, Ray Kellenberger. And with that said, Ray really is having some pretty bad vision issues, and he has done his part for this group right here. He's 13 years he served. He's done a lot of great things. I know he played a big part in the Veterans Wall Memorial. He's heavily involved with all the veterans of this community. He served our country. So Ray Kellenberger's done a wonderful job. And if we all could we give him a round of applause for his And with that said, this unexpected opening we have, I as the mayor get to present a new person to fill the void left by Ray in the 4th Ward. And last time we did this, when I was elected mayor, I vacated my place and picked someone to take my place. And the way I did that last time is anyone who's interested, the public, if you're interested in being a part of this and making change, please email me, please reach out. And I'm gonna try and do some interviews and get to know people that wanna be involved, because this really is a thankless job. I also wanna let you know what you're getting into. And I would love to just vet those people and if spread the word. If anyone's interested and wants to help make a difference, we'd love to have you. And they have big shoes to fill because Ray's been doing this a long time, and we're gonna miss him. So with that said, that's what I started with. Next up, speaking of people that have made a difference to the city of Litchfield, we have some retirees here. Bill Meyer and Kurt Evans. Bill Meyer, he knew everything in the street department. Everything underground was in his head. The man did so much for the city of Litchfield. Kurt the same way. Bill worked here for 34 years and Kurt for 22. So these guys, how about a round of applause for those two great guys? They will most certainly be missed. Next, City Administrator Vasquez went to the Park District meeting here recently, and last meeting we talked about potentially working with them for some new soccer fields out by the community center, and they are very interested in partnering with us to add 3 additional soccer fields to the existing ground out there. Is there anything I'm missing, Brian?
Yes, so they did say that they're interested. In order to make an informed decision, they asked that we get some additional cost estimates, both on our part for doing the regrading, and then on their part for doing any seeding that would be necessary. Maybe get some plans drawn up that would show the drainage system that we would utilize. So we are moving forward with those deliverables, and then I will bring that both to the council and to the Park District to review, to see if at that point in time it would make sense to put together an intergovernmental agreement.
Great, thank you. And then next here, I had a positive note for the lake. Here recently, within the last week, I believe, the Illinois Department of Public Health inspected our beach, and the inspector out there said it was one of the cleanest and most well-run beaches in the state of Illinois. So I want to give a big shout out to our lake department on that. They do a wonderful job out there. And with that, I'm going to segue. We have a big celebration throughout the lake.
Yes, this is the 60th birthday for Litchfield Lake Lou Yeager, and our newly organized group Embrace the Lake is going to be putting on an event on the 29th of August. That is a Saturday here at the end of the month. Heather, we have all the events on the city's lake webpage, correct?
Yeah, you can find all that on the Embrace the Lake website or Facebook page, and also the Lake Lou Yeager in Litchfield, Illinois Facebook page and website as well.
Right, talking live music, food trucks, games, kind of a setup like in a fair style, so please come out and enjoy.
Yep, Embrace the Lake is a new organization, and those that want to help and contribute to that organization, we love to see citizen-led organizations like Embrace the Lake. Thank you for saying that. And last but not least, I don't know if you guys have experienced this issue, but it's kind of been a hot button topic, and I've had some questions about this. The word flock cameras. The city of Litchfield currently does not have any flock cameras. A lot of people are saying we do, or maybe we have an item on this agenda for the lights by the hospital. No flock cameras are planned to be installed at this time. We have license plates readers. There's a difference in a few places, and I'm gonna let the chief, who's more well educated on this, would you mind just explaining the difference between flock cameras and those license plate readers that the city has in a few places?
Sure. Currently, the city of Litchfield has 2 cameras, they're regular license plate readers. They're located on Route 16. One's catching traffic going this way, and one's catching traffic going the opposite way. So basically, they're at the same location. These license plate readers, all they do is read license plates. They have no other capabilities. They read license plates, record them, and they've been a big help in hundreds of arrests in Litchfield. People shoplifting at Walmart, they don't catch them in the parking lot, they see them get onto Route 16 and they're gone, the LPR cameras are catching them. So that's just an example. The difference between a flock camera and the LPRs we have now, number one, flock is a name brand, but flock also has greater capabilities, the quality is much better, they can do more than just read a license plate. So they can tell makes, models, colors of cars. If you actually had a bumper sticker on a car, the flock camera could read it, the regular LPR couldn't. We don't have any flock cameras. The 2 LPRs are about 4 years old from what I could find. I'm not saying I would never ask for flock cameras because that could come down the road, but I just wanted to update you. I've actually gotten some phone calls too. People think that the things on the traffic lights that are showing that someone's in the lane, they think that's a flock camera. It's not. So just wanted to kind of open the conversation and clarify this with the board.
No, perfect. Thank you for letting us know, Chief. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Anything else from the floor?
I had a quick question.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to ask, Bree, what is the status for the streets on the north side of town that still need those repairs from last summer? Can you give us an update?
So we do have the oiling and chipping updated. We are going to re-oil and chip all of the roads that were done last year. Pending any weather, they're scheduled for, I believe, September 1st through 3rd. And we worked with HMG engineers. They recommended the rock and the oil. They're confident that it will go well this year. And we have our Director of Public Works, Dominic, who we welcomed to the team this week. He'll be overseeing it along with Dave, our street superintendent. So we will be definitely getting those taken care of.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, moving on, we'll move on to public participation. Chief, would you mind seeing who signed up on the sheet over there?
Dennis Schutte?
Yep. Dennis, if you're good to come on up.
Come with me,
And just as a reminder, you will have 3 minutes. Carrie, can you signal to them when they have 30 seconds left?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
I'm Dennis Schutte. This is my wife, Joan. We own the building at 1285 East Union, and we're wanting to have occupancy and full use of that building. Going to use I'm an architect, done work in this area, so we're going to use this little slideshow to introduce us to you. We want you to be comfortable with us living in your city. We lived in Staunton 47 years, raised our kids there. Our kids played football against Litchfield. And anyway, thank you for this opportunity. To go through this, I gotta turn my back. I apologize for that, the way it's set up. but, I'll be talking to you. John and I both have roots in agriculture. We have registered Herefords. My wife likes horses. This is Merrimack Springs, one of our favorite vacation spots just down in Missouri. These buildings are at Lake Williamson. That's near Carlinville, just south of Carlinville. We did a lot of work there, so we're gonna run through that quickly. That's the office building. That's the outside courtyard fountain area, activity building, basketball gym, swimming pool, racquetball courts, kitchen, activity building. This is a 75-room addition we did to the lodge out there. This is Clark Hall, oldest building. We renovated this building out there. Another picture of the lodge. This is a main auditorium, seats about 2,000 people, and totally renovated that building out of Lake Williamson. And this is a new lobby, restrooms and everything. This is a slide down by the beach area that we did. This is a barn. The legend has it that Al Capone used to hide out in this barn, but we converted it. It's from the cows were down below, but from the loft floor to the top is 35 foot. There's 2 challenge courses to go the line, zip line off the end. I'm gonna turn and look at these people for a little bit. This is the dining hall. Lake Williamson, like I said
Hey,
before.
Dennis, you got 30
Christian
seconds.
Center. Back to Litchfield.
30 seconds.
We were the architect for the China Buffet. We did handicap accessibility, added the elevator at the Carnegie Library. Now this, as an architect, I do the drawings. Other people have, do the construction. This was the original Aldi's building here in town, just a metal building. They've upgraded a good bit.
Hey, thanks, Dennis. Time's up.
We designed it for,
Time's up.
that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for showing us.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, thank you. And there's no other public participation, correct? All right.
Oh,
Oh, there is, okay, let's bring that list over here and let's.
Michelle Jackson?
She can go first.
All right, Michelle Jackson, please come on up.
I finished it last time. I can finish the slides.
Oh, you wanna finish? Yeah, I think she wants to get it out of the way. I'm gonna grab the cord,
Sorry.
okay?
Yeah, if you wanna, just unplug the computer.
Mary's gonna go next.
Now she's just tall, but then she's about 3.
Sorry.
All right, Mary? Come on up there. Yep, now we can see you. And then you'll have 3 minutes to speak, okay?
Is this mic on?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mary Moran, I'm a resident of Litchfield. And I come here to speak on behalf of Sunshine Ministries. And I want to request your vote in favor of all the motions that you are going to have this evening. Just real quickly on Sunshine Ministries, they are very, very helpful in bringing local businesses to Litchfield. And it holds a lot of promise to be a leader in ecumenical activities throughout our city. And that's extremely promising. How I got involved in this, a good friend of us, Joe Amos, was a wonderful worker at Sunshine, and unfortunately, he died about, just a week ago. So anyway, I thought, well, I'll do what I can for Sunshine Ministries, and here I am. So, I wanna focus on the education part of it. So they have a really good education program with, online learning, which, is extremely helpful for all of us. And then they also have, a lot of opportunities for Sunshine to have, partnerships with education programs throughout the area, whether it's the Litchfield School District, the, Litchfield, schools, also the Lincoln Land Community College, the Career and Technical Education Joint Consortium, and also the, South Central Illinois Regional Workforce Training and Innovation Center. And particularly in a city like ours, which really needs a lot of development, likewise, it needs a lot of, training to develop skills. And maybe somewhere that someone has, a list of what skill training is needed for Litchfield, businesses, and maybe we can get that, later on. One thing I want to highlight is a new program called the Workforce Pell Grants. And this is a big deal because there's a lot of money into it. It's a new program, coming out, it was just, released this past week. The bottom line is that it's an extension of Pell Grants, and it focuses on helping people get jobs. So, it's important, and we can figure this out later on. What are the training needs in Litchfield for people to get jobs? And I'll just pass this around. This is the,
Hey, Mary, you have 30 seconds.
Okay.
Go ahead.
There's, 10 seconds there. Any questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Carrie, who's next on the list?
Michelle Jackson.
I am a resident of Litchfield, Illinois, mother of 7. My husband, Jared, was born and raised here, part of the high school, and so we do have roots here. We are part of, the reason why we're here is because we're part of a missionary organization that's here. And so our hearts are for the community and to impact the nations also. But the focus for this evening and for Sunshine Living, I know that their heart is to be a blessing for this community. And I know that there has been initial questions because of the transitioning period and different ideas that have been brought forward, but I really believe that it's been made clear with most of you guys, I only see one new face, or two, that they have humbled themselves in that, and they said that they have very clearly heard from the community, and they have let that go as far as having the transitional living. So I just wanna urge you guys to let that be just a clean slate for them, and just to really hear their hearts and their desire to be a blessing for Litchfield and the surrounding communities. And I know that some of the neighbors that have been there for a long time were thankful for LRI Missions being there during that time. They were blessed by it. They have good reports from that experience, and that will be not the exact same, obviously, it's a completely different ministry, but they have the same heart and vision within that. And I just think, what other options are there for this building? I mean, it was a nursing home, and it is no longer able to function as a nursing home, but they have great vision, and I know they didn't get a full chance to share their vision for it, but they have invested hundreds of thousands of dollars throughout the years to upgrade, and they have continuance for that. I think it was mentioned before about the addition of the gym, and there has been definite just excitement within the community for that, with other churches, other schools here that would love to see that. And I spoke last time about being a part of a very large homeschool community, and there is definitely a demand for that. And I also personally believe if we have this here within the community and we catch these families at a younger place, the impact will be tremendous. And you know, the generations are important, and this is an opportunity to have something here in Litchfield to impact the generations in a very positive way because of all the different facets of opportunity that will be offered. Okay. There's so many different facets of opportunity that they're going to be offered. It's not about one church or one organization. It's about collaborating with many different churches and many different like-minded organizations that want to be a part of this.
Thank you, Michelle. Right, moving on. Who's next on the list?
Ronald Sutton.
Ronald, please pop on up, my friend.
Good evening, Mayor and aldermen and women and alder people. Thank you for this opportunity. I've taught leaders all over the world, blessed are the short-winded, for they shall surely be asked again, and you're testing me with that. But I've recently been elected to the board of Sunshine Ministries, and I initially declined being on the board, but I told them that I would meet with them and go over their vision, and that's one of the things I do with churches and ministries is I help people think through some things. I help them get organizationally set up. I help them clarify their vision. And one of the reason I came on the board is that they agreed to forget about ideas that were presented to them for transitional living and ministry for prisoners. All that's greatly needed. I helped them understand they weren't in a position to try to take that on. And then they talked to me about their vision and what was really their heart, and I agreed to come on and help them as I have churches and ministries here in the U.S. and internationally. I helped them obtain their 501c3 status, and they're now affiliated with the National Association of Churches and Ministries, very credible. It's been operating for over 5 decades, and they have a good standing with the government and the IRS, and that says something after 50 years. So I'm hoping that you will consider their requests and whatever motions you have before you, approval for occupancy. I'm committed to help them every step of the way. I have resources and people to come in. The association that they're affiliated with now has legal counsel, organizational instruction and help, financial instruction, and there'll be a lot of resources that I'll be able to bring to the table and they'll be able to utilize. So, and I'm excited about the vision they have. I'm very busy. I didn't retire. I decided to refire and keep moving. I just got back from Nicaragua on Thursday, and I've been running ever since, and I said, I'm gonna get over here and do this because I really believe in the vision they have, and I really felt their hearts and talking to them. So I wanted to make that clear that prison ministry and transitional living is off the table. Thank you. And I want to also add that in talking to Dennis, I found out that the building inspector had been through the building, pointed out some things. Dennis took care of all of them. He's an architect. He's going to do it right. He's got a good reputation. He's going to protect it. And I'm impressed with what I've seen. They've got a fully functional sprinkler system, all the smoke alarms, fire issues. The building is greatly improved from when I saw it a few years back.
Okay, time's up.
Yeah, and
Time's up.
I'll end with this. He's been a licensed architect since 1980, several states, so I know it'll be good. And I'd be happy to address any questions if you have them going forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I do have, if you
Sure, you can
want,
pass
I
them
do
around.
have a packet so you can see that I was able to help them get their
And who is
501c3
next up,
status.
my friend?
Joan Schutte.
Joe?
Joan, it's your turn.
Sticking to my fingers. So, and this, there's more material with this just to show you that they have their 501c3
Okay,
status.
thank you.
Sorry to do that, could have just had you pass.
That's okay.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Okay, we're ready when you are, Joan.
Yeah, we've changed school course. He didn't get to the last part that, he helped us get our 501c3 as, Sunshine Living NFP, doing business as Agape Church and Ministries International. And, we're a weekday church. We're not gonna be, competing with other churches. We'll have dinner church, multi-ethnic group church, we'll have different, trainings, for, students that wanna study Bible, different, ministries, missions we hope to have just the same type of ministry as LRM Missions. I'm a graduate from LRM Missions, ICMI school. I'm also a graduate from Assembly of God. I'm a licensed minister, so I can also help with that. I'm also licensed minister with Christ for the Nations. I've also been teaching in the public schools for over 47 years, special ed, different levels. So we also applied earlier for the education and training. We're going to keep that on, even though we found out that Pritzker has the program, the workforce program. But there'll be people that are not in the public schools or adults, maybe dropouts, that might be interested in some of our classes. So they're online, so the biggest expense of class school is the hiring of the teachers. So if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
And your laptop is on the corner of the table there.
And that was all the public participation.
Yes.
All right. So moving on to appointments. First item, we'll need a motion to appoint Casey Logston as an election official. Can I get a motion to that effect, please? Alderperson Zumwalt, second by Alderperson Garrels. Any questions or discussion about this? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Okay. It's here. I know it is.
Buried in there somewhere, I'm sure.
Okay, here it is. Sisson.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Garrett. Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Holloway.
Motion carries. Moving on to other business, we'll need a motion to accept the regular meeting minutes for the July 16th, 2026 meeting. Can I get a motion to that effect? Motion from Alderperson Garrels, second from Alderperson Garcia. Any amendments, comments about the minutes? Hearing none, roll call please.
Sisson.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Garrett.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Holloway.
Alright, motion carries. Next, we need a motion to approve the expenditure report and payroll report for the current period. Can I get a motion? Alderperson Garcia, and a second please. Alderperson Garrels seconds. Any discussion about those expenditures or questions? Hearing none, roll call please.
Holloway.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Garrett. Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
All right, there is no old business, so we will move on to new business. And one item of note for those following along with the agenda is, as they just presented and talked about the new facility, we're gonna go ahead and bump that up to the front of the agenda. So item number 12, we're gonna start with that item for the public. Is that correct, Rand? So with that said, Alderperson Zumwalt, would you mind reading that motion, please?
I make a motion to approve a resolution making separate statements and findings of fact in connection with an ordinance granting a special use permit for a commercial, private, or public education, training, and conference facility at 1285 East Union Avenue.
All right, we have a motion on the floor. Can I get a second, please? Or a second? Second from Alderperson Holloway. The floor is now open for discussion. Brand, would you like to lead us off?
Sure. So resolutions or special use permits have two action items. So number 12 and 13 are both for a special use permit to have a commercial, private, or public education, training, or conference facility at 1285 East Union Avenue. So again, numbers 12 and 13 are for a special use permit in order to operate this facility as a conference facility.
And then, the Planning and Zoning Commission met on that, correct? And what was their recommendation at that time?
They recommended denial.
And what was there certain, what was the discussion on that?
I was not present at the meeting. I was out of state. I believe Alderperson Zumwalt was present.
That was a really long time ago, but there was a lot of questions about budget and how they were going to make the money to keep the facility open and working. There were some numbers that kind of were left over from when they were charging for rooms in the transitional living, and that wasn't out of the budget, and that was a little, confusing for the council, but the majority of it was the purpose and whether or not they can make it, happen long term, I guess.
Perfect. I assume you were there. What are your comments on that meeting? Were any of you at the meeting? The planning and zoning?
No, I was.
Or
Can
commission?
you repeat I was, but I didn't miss the question, so.
The planning commission, it sounds like for this item in particular, they said no, and Alderperson Zumo kind of outlined those reasons. Was that kind of your understanding as well, what she outlined?
I didn't hear, I went to the restroom, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that's okay, no worries.
That's okay, we will have the meeting minutes available, if anyone would like to review those planning.
May I
commission
respond to that?
meeting minutes.
Yeah, really quick, this will be the only one, and I'll let you go ahead and do a quick response.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I've met with a lot of city councils like this over time, and sometimes finances is an issue. That's one of the areas that I will be helping with, and I have a lot of different ways to raise income for a ministry like this, and a lot of people will be excited to get behind it. So I will be helping in that area, and be happy to, talk to whoever I need to maybe help them feel better about that if there were concerns.
And Joshua Schutte was here last time, which is their son, who usually has done a lot of this part of helping. And he, I think, had a packet that was given out to you guys. And he also had made it known that he already has several other ministries and churches that are wanting to be a part and are ready to help. Like some of them are gonna be taking that once a week spot and different things like that. Obviously, he's not gonna, I think somebody asked about specifically who, but that's confidential. He didn't give exact ministries or names, but we're just needing the approval before they're ready to support in that manner.
Oh, that makes sense.
I have a quick question, so like, if this is approved, that special use permit, is that special to them, or does that then open?
So this is already a special use, that's allowed within the commercial district, so this isn't changing the code. This is a special use permit, directly for only Joan Schutte at this property.
Are all four of these tied together?
Yes, so I can give a quick overview of all four. So numbers 12 and 13, for special use permits, we always have a resolution finding facts. That's just identifying the facts that are outlined within the application. And then 13 would be the ordinance granting the special use permit for an education, training, and conference facility. So 12 and 13 would be for Joan Schutte to operate a training and conference facility at the property. Number 14 is an ordinance amending the municipal code to allow for residential living quarters within an educational, training, and conference facility for the owner and their immediate family as a special use.
So that's the one, so that's the one where if that is approved,
It would
then-
change our code,
Okay,
yeah.
alright.
So right now, we do not allow in our code for anyone to reside within a commercial property. So this would allow for an owner to reside, within a training facility as a special use. This isn't specific to them. This would allow anyone in the C2 district to apply for this. And then numbers, 15 and 16, that would be the special use permit to allow Joan and her immediate family, to reside within, this facility.
Did planning and zoning approve any of these?
Planning and zoning, recommended approval of number 14, which is a text amendment, but they recommended denial, to these applicants. I think for the sake of consistency, staff's opinion is, these are probably the only applicants interested in doing this. If you're not keen on this for these applicants, you probably don't want to amend the code to allow for others to apply. It doesn't necessarily make sense in this case.
That makes sense, and one thing I wanted to bring up, number one, I think you put a lot of work into this, so I wanna thank you guys for all your work and all of your nonprofit stuff, that's God's work, so I really appreciate what you're doing. But one thing with the city of Litchfield that I've had a lot of feedback on, and it sounds like you're addressing it, but the transitional living and that kind of stuff, Litchfield's kind of worried, because we had some schools for a while, and it was a hot button topic for us here, and one thing citizens didn't want is to become, a magnet, because we have enough problems on our own, let alone attracting others. We love that you're doing this, and we have wonderful organizations in Litchfield, like the Next Network, for example, doing great work for our local citizens here. My question is if for some reason, the transitional living, if they do at some point, how do you enforce that? I mean, I don't really understand.
So that would be a separate discussion. So the transitional living is not, on the agenda for this evening. They have withdrawn that petition. Now it is something that, if, say you granted a special use permit for this use, if it was found that transitional was occurring, then, transitional living was occurring, we would approach that as an ordinance violation, issue a cease and desist, and address it from there, but nothing specific to that is on the agenda this evening.
I can clarify that for you.
Honestly, I don't, Katie, I'll leave it up to you, but I don't think we can go back and forth with the public, and this is a little bit different than a public hearing. We've had a public hearing on the issue at the Planning and Zoning Board. City council meetings are a little more formal, where we allow participants 3 minutes to speak and then the board discusses.
Any further discussion on this? Hearing none, roll call please.
Holloway,
No.
Sisson,
No.
Garrell,
No.
Sumall,
No.
Huffman, Hughes,
No.
Garcia.
All right, the motion does not pass. Item number 12, let's move on to item number 13, please. Alderperson Zumwalt.
I make a motion to approve an ordinance granting a special use permit for a commercial, private, or public education training and conference facility at 1285 East Union Avenue.
All right, we have a motion on the floor from Alderperson Zumwalt. Can I get a second, please? Alderperson Sisson seconds. Any discussion on this item specifically? Hearing none, roll call please.
Sisson,
No.
Garrell,
No.
Sumall,
No.
Huffman,
Nay.
Hughes,
Nay.
Garcia,
Nay.
Holloway.
No.
Item number 13 does not pass. Moving on to item number 14. Alderperson Zumwalt, please.
I make a motion to approve an ordinance amending Appendix B of the municipal code to allow for residential living quarters and educational training and conference living facilities converted not to exceed 1,500 square feet in living space for the owner and his/her immediate family as a special use within the C2 zoning district.
All right, we have a motion on the floor from Alderperson Zumwalt. Can I get a second, please? Second from Alderperson Garrell. Any discussion on item number 14? Hearing, go ahead.
This one, this is the one that the planning committee approved, but this is the one you're saying would change the code, and it would
Yes.
open it up to, if somebody decided that they wanted to live above short furniture in a commercial district.
It wouldn't allow for that. It would just allow for someone to, so first, someone would have to get a special use permit for an education, training, and conference facility.
Okay, so it all
and
has
then-
to be linked
Yes,
together.
and then this would allow someone to apply for residential living within that training and conference facility. This is really a niche request that may make sense for these individuals, but I'm not sure that on its own makes sense as a code amendment.
Okay, thank you.
All right, any other further discussion on this? Hearing none, roll call please.
Sisson,
No.
Garrell,
No.
Sumall,
No.
Huffman,
Nay.
Hughes,
Aye.
Garcia,
Nay.
Holloway.
No.
All right, item number 14 does not pass. Moving on to item number 15, please.
I make a motion to approve a resolution making a separate statement of findings of fact in connection with an ordinance granting a special use permit for residential living quarters and educational training and conference facilities converted not to exceed 1,500 square feet in living space for the owner and his/her immediate family at 1285 East Union Avenue.
All right, we have a motion on the floor. Can I get a second, please? Alderperson Sisson, any discussion on item number 15? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Gerald. Zumwalt.
No.
Huffman.
Nay.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
Nay.
Holloway.
No.
Sisson.
No.
Motion does not pass. Moving on to item number 16, please.
I make a motion to approve an ordinance granting a special use permit for residential living quarters and educational training and conference facilities converted not to exceed 1,500 square feet in living space for the owner and his/her immediate family at 1285 East Union Avenue.
All right, we have a motion on the floor. Can I get a second, please? All right, Alderperson Holloway seconds. Any discussion on this last item? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Zumwalt. Huffman.
Nay.
Holloway.
No.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
Nay.
Sisson. Gerald.
All right, motion does not pass. Skipping back to item number 1 on the agenda, economic development. Alderperson Garcia, being as you're in Ward 4, would you mind reading that for Alderperson Kellenberger, please?
Absolutely. I make a motion to approve a resolution approving and authorizing the mayor to execute a facade agreement with Martin and Kara Stephens for 413 Old Route 66 North, other actions related thereto.
All right, we have a motion on the floor from Alderperson Garcia. Can I get a second, please? Second from Alderperson Garrow. Any discussion on this? I will note this is for the historic Ariston. Love to see them using funds to improve their brickwork. So, roll call, please.
Holloway.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Gerald.
Aye.
Huffman.
Gather
Aye.
up this stuff and we can leave.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Moving on to item number 2, Alderperson Garcia, would you mind reading that one for
But I
us?
don't know how to plug in
I
everything.
make a motion to approve a resolution approving and authorizing the mayor to execute a facade agreement with Dave Crispin and other actions related thereto.
All right, we have a motion on the floor. Can I get a second, please? I saw Alderperson Holloway first with a second. Any discussion on this item to improve the Elks Tower? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Gerald.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Moving on to item number 3, Alderperson Huffman, please.
Make a resolution to approve a change order with Stutes Excavating Incorporated to the Lake Blue Yeager Campground Improvements Project for an amount not to exceed $31,900.
All right, we have a motion on the floor from Alderperson Huffman. Can I get a second, please, from someone? Alderperson Zumwalt. Any discussion on this item? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Garcia.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Gerald.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Motion carries. Alderperson Huffman, please.
Make a motion to approve a professional service agreement with Crawford, Murphy, and Tilly Incorporated to prepare an application for the Section 319 grant from the Illinois Environmental Protection Agency for an amount not to exceed $15,000.
All right, we have a motion on the floor from Alderperson Huffman. Can I get a second, please? Alderperson Garcia seconds. Any discussion on this? And I believe this was for erosion control and riprap at the lake.
Yes,
Yes.
and we have received several rounds of this, with CMT writing the grant.
Great. All right, roll call, please.
Sisson.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Gerald.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Motion carries. Alderperson Sisson, please.
I make a motion to approve payment to the school of the EMS for an amount not to exceed $15,500.
All right, we have a motion on the floor from Alderperson Sisson. Can I get a second, please? Second from Alderperson Zumwalt. Any discussion on this? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Sisson.
Aye.
Zumwalt. Gerald.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia. Holloway.
Aye.
Alright, motion carries. Moving on to item number 6, Alderperson Holloway.
I make a motion to approve an ordinance to set the salary of lieutenant for fiscal year 2027.
We have a motion from Alderperson Holloway. Can I get a second, please? Alderperson Huffman seconds. Any discussion on this item?
Have they had interviews with the police and fire commission yet?
I believe they have, yes.
Thank you.
And when will the selection be made?
They'll be swearing in a lieutenant, next council meeting.
Any further discussion on this item? Hearing none, roll call please.
Gerald.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Zumel.
Aye.
Motion carries. Moving on to item number 7, Alderperson Hughes, please.
I make a motion to approve a proposal from MGT Impact Solutions LLC for a police department human capital review for an amount not to exceed $11,896.
Alright, we have a motion on the floor. Can I get a second, please? A second from Alderperson Sisson. The floor is open for discussion.
I just wanted to kind of maybe make sure everybody's kind of knows what we're doing here. So one of the things we hope to do is, as we look through over the city, to go through each of the departments to make sure that like all of our human resources stuff is all buttoned up. We know in the past there's been procedural concerns and issues that we've had to deal with over time. So the part of this is that this group comes in, they're going to do an overview. You can see the scope that was sent in the notes that you guys had of what they're gonna do, and we'll be working together. I know I'll be working also with Chief and with Breanne, and we'll try to come together to make sure that we kind of meet some of those needs, and hopefully if this goes well, we can kind of start looking at each department and seeing if we can button those things up, that keeps everything clean. Hopefully we can mitigate any future corruptions or things as well by putting pieces in place that produce guardrails. And so that's kind of what this is about, is just creating those guardrails. We thought it'd be great to start with police departments since Chief hasn't been there very long. So it's a nice kind of open place to begin to go in and do that. He's doing a great job, but we just want to help him to get the things he needs, so.
And I just wanted to say thank you to Alderman Hughes for really spearheading this and being such a help and helping me vet the proposals and seeing this all the way to the finish line.
I appreciate that. In my mind, the most important thing that we can do for the city is make it clean. That's been the whole thing for the past 3 or 4 years, is the city being clean. I want the city to be clean. I want to make sure that our employees and our staff and all the things that we have are running the very best that they can, that things are on the up and up, and that all the hands are open and we show everybody what we're doing, there's nothing to hide. And so that's kind of, in my mind, that's the heart of this thing.
Well said. Any further discussion on this? Hearing none, roll call please.
Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Gerald.
Aye.
Zumel.
Aye.
Alright, motion carries. Moving on to item number 8, Alderperson Gerald, please.
Make a motion to approve the resolution and approval of sole source, following electric from the purpose of installing 3 cameras in stoplight in the section at Route 16 and St. Francis Way for the amount not to exceed $35,000.
We have a motion on the floor from Alderperson Gerald. Can I get a second, please? The second from Alderperson Holloway is a little closer, so I'll take his second. The floor is open for discussion, and this one was a hot button topic for many citizens. They've been asking for a while. And I think initially, Brand, there's some communication with IDOT, correct? And we asked, it's under their purview, am I correct?
So, yes, this is an IDOT traffic light, on a state roadway. The city does have a maintenance agreement with them. So the way it works is the city is responsible for procuring the vendor and the installation, but IDOT has to approve the vendor and the installer. And then they will reimburse us for 2/3 of the cost after. So this did end up being sole source. IDOT gave our street superintendent essentially 3 vendors to choose from. After many attempts, we were only able to get a quote from one of them. We understand that this is a pressing issue, so we moved forward, with the quote that we received from an approved IDOT vendor.
How soon will this, get taken care of?
Have they given you any TA, Dave?
They've ordered the cameras, it's all in right now.
Good.
And speaking of cameras, we'll be clear, they're not flock cameras, they're not, all it is so we have sensors, correct?
It's a sensor.
Yes.
I wanna take a second, appreciate you, I know you made several videos on the issue, this was brought to our attention by Mr. Sharp, on the Litchfield discussion group, and we are listening, this is proof of that, it got the mayor's attention, it got our attention, he went out there to address it and talk about it, and now there's an action behind it, so I think that's great all the way around.
Yep, appreciate that comment. Any other comments from the floor? Hearing none, roll call please.
Sumall.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Garrett.
Aye. Motion carries. Moving on to item number 9, Alderperson Garrett, please.
I make a motion to approve an ordinance declaring the 2015 Temco 436 as surplus and authorize debt trade-in.
All right, we have a motion on the floor from Alderperson Garrett. Can I get a second, please? Alderperson Sisson seconds. Any discussion on this? Hearing none, roll call please.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Garrett.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Moving on to item number 10, Alderperson Garrett, please.
I make a motion to approve a resolution to waive competitive bidding and approve the purchase of the Temco 600 street sweeper for the amount not to exceed $344,913. Sorry about my voice, but
It's okay, I heard you. We have a motion on the floor from Alderperson Garrett. Can I get a second, please? All right, Alderperson Hughes
And I
seconds.
wanted to, and I know, Alderperson Earl's voice is a little hoarse tonight, Bree, could you explain why we're waiving the competitive bidding for this?
Absolutely.
Public?
So we currently have a 2016, Timco street sweeper, and the, motor on the vacuum unit, went bad. We did replace it about 3 years ago. It was $25,000 at that time. It's gone bad again. Overall, the machine is aging and seeing wear and tear, so at this point in time, we decided that instead of continuing every couple of years to, repair this same motor, it's time to invest in a new street sweeper. It is important that we have a working street sweeper. We really can't get behind on that. They use it just about daily. So we do need to go ahead and get one. There are no local in-town dealers that carry these who didn't have an opportunity to bid. They have, thankfully, a demo unit available. That's pretty rare. Typically, street sweepers, you have to order them far in advance. It takes a while to make them. There is a demo unit available that meets our needs, so we wanted to go ahead and move forward with that.
So this is a good deal,
Yes.
is what we're saying, so we're getting a discount, that's the only kind of shop I like to do, when I get discounts.
And what areas is the street sweeper used on, mainly?
Dave, do you wanna just kinda give an
It's
overview?
used
of
all
what
over,
this
but
is?
mainly every curb street in town gets swept, usually weekly.
Okay.
To try to keep grass and leaves and stuff from making it to our sewer plant.
I know you've been by my house more than weekly, just kinda cleaning up rocks, that sort of stuff lately, so we appreciate that.
Never seen it.
Are they trading into 2016 for this?
Yeah.
Perfect. Any further discussion on this? Hearing none, roll call please.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Garrett.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia. Holloway.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Now we'll skip down to, executive session.
I'm sorry, Mayor, did we forget?
Did I miss one?
Number 11.
Oh, sorry, I'm all over the place. Go ahead, let's do one more. Alderperson Garrett.
Make a motion to approve an ordinance declaring a water treatment plant computer as surplus and authorizing its disposal.
All right, we have a motion on the floor. Can I get a second, please? Alderperson Garrett. Any discussion on that, surplus? Go ahead.
That's in addition to what we surplus?
Yeah.
Did they just find it, or?
There was information
Trying to
on
work
it
on
that
it.
they needed to extract, and now they've done that, so they're ready to surplus it.
All right, any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Garcia.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Garrett.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Now, we'll need a motion for executive session, so we'll need a motion to enter into executive session as allowed under the Illinois Open Meeting Act as found in chapter 5 of the Illinois compiled statute, section 120, to address these certain and restricted items. Would you mind reading those for me?
Yes, sir. We will discuss, the minutes of a meeting lawfully closed under the Open Meetings Act, whether for purposes of approval by the public body of the meeting, of the minutes, or semi-annual review of the minutes as mandated by section 2.06 of the Open Meetings Act. This is pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2, subsection 2, subsection C, subsection 21. Second item for discussion during executive session would be the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body. And that would be discussed pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2, subsection 2, subsection C, subsection 1.
All right, can I get a motion, please? Alderperson Zumo, and a second. Alderperson Huffman seconds. Roll call, please.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Garcia. Sisson. Carroll.
All right, motion carries. We are now in closed session, so if you're a member of the public, please make your way to the door, please.